This is one of the most important things that everybody should be doing on eBay to keep those sales rolling in. Hey, it's Don. Today we're going to talk about an essential part of our day-to-day routine. We're going to look at some offers that I got, and we're going to talk about best procedures, best methods for doing it, as well as those for sending out offers to watchers. A majority of our revenue comes from those two things across the board. The vast majority of what we sell in the store we share with everyone comes from those two procedures. So we're here in my hub here on eBay, and I'm on my listing page, and what I've got right here are offers that are pending my response to. I've saved these. Usually every morning I've got a bunch to accept or counter or whatever I may do with them. I thought I would go over a little bit on my thoughts on doing these. Now, obviously, these all come in via an email to you, so you can answer them on your phone as well. But I honestly really like to respond via the platform itself from my laptop or a PC or something like that, because I get more information. I can glean some more thoughts on pricing when an offer comes in, at least where I want to be with it. Now, my initial list price means something to my overall price scheme. Now, my prices are usually 3x of my bottom end price for it. So whatever I want to get, at least with some of the vintage items. Not all of them. Some of them, that's the lowest I will take. But I keep that in mind when I'm looking at the offers that come in here. Another thing to look at is how many watchers the item has. If the item has many more watchers, I'll be less prone to take a lower offer or a mid-range offer, and will hold out for a higher price to begin with, just because there's, say, 5 watchers on this one here. Now, I've got a quantity of 1 available on this one here. It also says that I had an initial quantity of 3. Now, I know as well by looking at the title, this is another good reason why I put my bin numbers in the actual title, so I can instantly see what's going on anywhere I'm at. I never have to worry about quantity. Now, I don't list the quantity of many items in the listing itself. The listing will always just say 1. But with the title, my bin number, it specifies that I have multiples of those items. So inside my listing, I do have another X line where it states how many of those items I have. So if I take an offer, I will go ahead and add 1 more and change that internal number. Something I can do on the road if I need to. But this way, I always have the information no matter where I'm looking at it from. A laptop here, laptop there, PC, or wherever else. This makes it easy on us. Very easy to tell what's going on. So I've already sold 2 of these. I also know that I have a different size of this very same button, and those all sold out pretty much at this point. So this is still a hot seller for me. So I'll always take that into consideration. I'll be looking at all of these for those same basic factors. Now, another factor is how long it's been on the site. This bottom item here has been on the site since 2016, December 5th of 2016. So it's been up a while. Now, the picture is not so great. It's one of the ones we're working on right now to improve. Now, if the offer is pretty cheap, I still may take it. Again, it's been up for a while. It's nothing fancy. It's just a thread card. A thread card isn't a high-value card. Now, I'm hiding who the offer is from and their town and such forth, because obviously that's not important information, and I don't share any of my clients' personal data anywhere. That's just not something you do. Now, this offer here is for $20. It's been up for 135 days. 4.5 months this card has been up. It's nothing special. It is a Christmas card. It's nothing super fancy. $20 is a pretty decent price on something like that. It's in my 3x factor here as well. So I would expect to take something in this range at the bottom end once it's been up for a little while. So I'm actually going to accept this offer here. Now, this is a set of 4. It's a very common set. It's for gold baking powder. It's just a printed name on the back, basically. This has been up for over 2 years at this point. It's not a high dollar price. It has 1 watcher on it, and that is it. And that could be the person making the offer. Now, this is one of those that I put on sale, and I got this offer in after it was up on sale. Now, I actually sent out an offer here, you can see, for $6.99. It wasn't accepted, it just expired a little while ago. So at this point, this is only $1 less from somebody else. I am actually going to accept this one as well. It's been up for 2 years, basically. I literally have nothing into it. So $6 is $6. It's not going to break the bank. It's not going to make a fortune for me, but it's steady revenue. It'll only take me a couple moments to ship this out as well, and it's all profit. Now with the button here, as I said, I've got multiples of this very same one, but it only lists that one is available. That X at the end of the title here indicates that I have multiples. I have quite a few of this button here. Every time I sell one, I add one more to the listing. Now we use the zero quantity option, which helps us do this sort of thing. So when I do it this way, it doesn't end the listing at all. What happens is the quantity goes down to 0 and the listing still stays there. So I keep all the watchers, I keep all the feedback that associates with this for selling it. It just changes the original quantity that it stated there was if you're looking at this to see how many were sold. That's all it does. You can't do what I'm showing you here without having to sell similar and relist it that way. This way, though, I don't have to do any of that. I just go in there, edit, and then click the quantity instantly, and I'm done with altering this one here. I got to change one little key feature in the listing itself to designate how many buttons are left, but other than that, that is it. Now with this one, it's been up for over 4 months, so it's been up for a little while. Now I had some other ones, as I said, of the very same button, just of a smaller size that all sold, so there is some interest still out there. The price is just a little steep for many people from the way it looks. I actually will accept this offer this time because I feel at this point I sold the highest dollar value ones that I could to begin with for the people that just had to have that button. From this point on, I can keep listing them and listing them and listing them and listing them and keep selling them this way. Now, as you go along with this, you may have to lower your price a little bit because, again, the top-end collectors already picked them up, and you're getting some people that may not be able to afford to sink the higher dollars into them as they sit. Now, if I didn't have a ton of these in inventory, that would be a little different. At this point, these are free. Every dime I get out of these is profit because the very first one I sold got me profit right off the bat. The second one I sold was all profit. Again, this one's all profit as well. So I will accept this one also. Now, besides accepting offers that come in overnight or throughout the day, the next most important thing to do is to be hammering your offers to watchers. There is no wrong time to do it. I would always recommend sending offers to watchers as soon as you can humanly do them. When they pop up, send them out. I do it throughout the day, every day, and it keeps revenue coming in the entire day, all the time. Many of these are from items that we just recently listed right up here, as you can see. Lots of transportation-related items, buttons, trade cards, postcards as well up and through here. Also, just a broad range of stuff as you go through here. Some cufflinks, there's some pins, baseball-related items. I've got some wooden, some die cuts. There's some photos, some sheet music. There's a pen up here, some records. Across the board, these are all items that I can send offers to watchers out. This routinely garners us a lot of money every day. It depends, of course, on how many you send out. Right now, I can send out 116. So throughout the day, I get these in. The more I send out, the more I do this, the more I get back in from them. So I would sit here and always go through some key factors in here. So I will always send out offers to the oldest items on the platform first. These go back to 2016. I will send out offers starting on these. Now, some of these I'm getting the opportunity now because I altered and changed the image on a ton of items. Still got many more to go, but it's a good way, though, to bring some business into your store by messing around with your titles sometimes, your pricing, of course, and improving your photos if they're bad images, bad photos. So this is a plus on here. Once I go this way, then I go ahead and pick through what the item is, how long it's been up, and then I determine from there what's the best approach to sending an offer here. So I'm going to just send one out real quick just to give you an idea here. Now this is some handmade, hand-carved wooden goblets, chalices. Very nice. They're in good condition. It's a set of, I believe, 6 of them here. It's on markdown. It's been up for well over 3 years. Cost into these, I got $3 into these that were bought in a bag, hanging on a rack, again, back when Savers was open in our area. So at this point, I'm going to offer this person $29.99. Now that's roughly half of my initial list price, and it's a considerable amount cheaper than the current discount price as well. So if they're paying attention, they look at the percentage, eBay's going to tell them that it's half off the initial list price when the email comes in. It'll say, hey, catch this item now at 50%, 51%, whatever it equates to in there. So that's going to hopefully be a big pusher for this item as well. It's been out for a while, as I said. I'm fine with clearing it out for the space. I got $3 into it, so even if it sells at this, after all the fees and everything said and done, I'm still making $20 on the item. Now, I also used to put in a little statement down here, cut and paste and stuff. I don't take the time anymore to do that. Anything I can save a little bit of time, I'll do. In some cases, if it's like a high dollar item and I want to get a little more out of it, I may take the time to cut and paste a couple of little sentences that I drop in on some of them. But for the most part, if it's something like this, under a couple $100, I just send them out just as eBay has it already figured in there. So in all honesty, these two things, accepting and dealing with the offers that come in and sending out as many offers to watchers as you can, is going to get you some revenue coming in. Those are key things. Now, if you're not getting enough watchers to actually send out offers to watchers, you can always send out a 5 or 10% discount through sales and markdown and promotions. You don't pay eBay a dime extra to do that. All you're doing is garnering a little bit of interest to get somebody to watch your item when you do that, so in hopes that you can send out an offer to watcher. A large chunk, and I do mean a vast majority of everything we sell from this store here, this one store we share with you, comes from offers we get or offers to watchers. Very rarely do I run auctions to begin with, so most everything comes from a buy it now. Many times as well, people just buy the item straight out and pay full price right after we list it. That's always the hope of any of the items that we list as well. Well, there you have it. Hopefully that gave you some ideas, some thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell all your friends.
What is the matter, Johnny?
I have an upset stomach.
Take some Pepto-Bismol. You want the pink or the new green mint?
The new green mint.
I like the pink.
You don't try nothing new. You are all stuck in the box.
The green mint is good.
Yes?
Yes, it's the same, just different. Pink.
Green mint.
Pink.
What do you know? You don't even have a stomach.
Introducing Green Mint Pepto-Bismol. It's the same, just different.